trucking companies, and yes, even you, freight broker. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to go out of business? Are you trying not to move freight? We're going to be talking about your load postings and your equipment postings on today's episode of Freight Broker TV. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Freight Broker TV. My name is Mike. I'm your host. I'm glad you joined us. Yeah, I'm going to be picking on you a little bit today, trucking companies and even freight brokers, because I was surprised that I saw this happening with freight brokers as well. Well, first of all, let's back up a little bit and talk about what I do. What I do for a living is I consult freight brokers, trucking companies, freight broker agents, and a lot of this consulting includes training. And I train my clients to use the different load boards correctly, more efficiently, because you want to get the load boards to generate phone calls. You want people to call you and things like that. Well, as I'm showing my clients how to use the load board, I'm seeing this happening way too often. Every load board has a contact column, and that's where the phone number goes. But what I'm seeing more and more, instead of a phone number, I'm seeing an email address. You honestly expect the broker or the trucking company to send you an email about a load or a truck. Now let's talk about it as a freight broker looking for a truck so you can get an idea of what's going on if you're a trucking company. First of all, time is so critical when a broker's looking for a truck. Okay? Seconds count. If you're a broker, you understand, you've called a trucking company and you've heard this more than once. Oh man, if you would have called me 10 seconds ago, I would have took your load. I just took a load from somebody else. When there's an email address, if you're a trucking company, you got an email address, I wouldn't be surprised if you're getting on that CB radio going, yeah, don't use that load board, man. I've been using it and nobody ever calls me about a load, contacts me about a load. Well, of course not. You got an email address up there. Brokers don't have time to send you an email. This is immediate. They got to pick up the phone and call you. You know, that's why the phone calls are so short, be it a trucking company calling a broker calling the trucking company. Yeah, your load in Atlanta, is it still available? No, that's already gone. Thanks, click, it's over. On to the next truck. Or is your truck still available? No, click, thanks, see ya. See you later, bye. Don't have a lot of time to wait on this stuff. Put a phone number in there. Matter of fact, my clients that I'm training, for brokering, I tell them, hey, if there's an email address in there, ignore it, skip it. You don't have time to email. Seconds count. Now, if you are a trucking company putting an email address in there, I'm sure you have your reasons. And more times than not, the only reason I'm making out is simply because the trucking company doesn't want to pay for extra seats for their dispatchers, so they get one load board account, and they expect every one of their dispatchers to work off that same load board. Well, the dispatchers may have different phone numbers, so they put the different phone numbers into the comments area and just put that one email address, hoping that somebody's going to look in the comments and see what phone number they should be calling. Now, I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought, if trucking companies are doing it, probably some brokers out there doing the same thing too. So I went over and I looked at the available loads that brokers have posted, and sure enough, instead of a phone number, a lot of brokers are using email addresses. Same thing applies. Do you think really a trucking company has time to send you an email about a load? And the same story holds, just like we talked about with the trucking company a moment ago. A lot of these brokers, they just don't want to spend the money for adding additional seats to the load board, for their different brokers. They just expect them to work off the same load board. They just use the comments area to put a different phone number down depending on who's handling that load. You can't do that. You're costing yourself money. We're here to make money. You got to make it easy. You got to make it easy for your customer. Okay, if you're a broker, you got to make it easy on the trucking company. If you're a trucking company trying to get loads and you want the brokers to call you, you got to make it easy on the broker. Okay, I know there's a big to-do right now about brokers and rates and all that stuff, but honestly, you know, if you help yourself get the better rates, don't expect a broker to email you, and brokers don't expect the trucking company to email you. Put a phone number in there. Help yourself. Help yourself stay in business.